the non-resident would be 35.
But there is some variation, because I know there's a lot of numbers here, so there's.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
Okay, so on these, if you look at one of these niches, the best way to do this, okay? So the lowest level is the least expensive. The lowest level is the $3,200 level. And if you go and you check around, you'll find that we have definitely priced these very well. We don't want to have this sitting empty for 50 years. This will, people are not being taken advantage of, and neither are we. It's a fair price. And so, then level B, which is the next level up, B, C, and D would be the $3,500 for any of the niches across, and non-resident would be $3,800. Now, a lot of places, they put all these extra charges. We're starting out right here. I have recommended saying this is introductory pricing, because if we would have some kind of an expense that crept in that we did not foresee, but we can also adjust if that was to happen. But there's no reason that what the pricing we have set here is sustainable. Okay? Unless fuel gets to $6 a gallon, then things might change. Because people come to do this engraving, you know, everybody's coming, costs extra money. Now we get to that center one. The center one is just 2 rows, top to bottom, 5. And as it was put, for township resident, it would be the level A, the lowest level, $3,300, and then the next level would be $3,600. Then level B would be the same. C, D, and E would be $3,600 for a resident, and non-resident would be $3,900. Now, if you think, well, that sounds pricey. Well, Gardens is nowhere near these prices, and they charge for each and every item that's done. Catholic cemeteries have some. They have some that are with letters that are siliconed on, and if you ask any funeral home, they say this is the absolute best way, because you don't have a problem with letters falling off, and then you're trying to figure out how you, what happens when you can't get the same letter. So, you know, so that takes care of that, and our price sheet makes it clear. Engraving of the name, date of birth, and death, and open and close are part of this. If it's a disinterment, it's $2,800, meaning if we had to go in our cemetery and dig somebody up, and that would be a $2,800 fee. And then foundations are at 50 cents a square inch.
Was there an increase on that, on the foundations?
No, there was not.
I'm just kind of curious if that's still working for the sexton.
As far as I know at this point, and the thing is the cement that they're doing it with, they actually have a cement truck that comes, and that cement truck that comes, it's always uniform. Because even Huron Granite commented, our foundations are very nice, they're uniform, they're nicely finished, and the sexton likes to make them just a little bit bigger so that they're not hitting people's stones and damaging them.
So we feel as though, since we're looking at this entire price sheet, we feel as though that 50 cents a square inch.
I considered, but that was not with any input from the sexton.
Okay.
I considered going to 55 cents a square inch, because that would guarantee that we would be safe because of everything going up, and you know, but that's.
And that's because, you know, because of the agreement that's in place, you know, I'm seeing one side of it and not, you know, his side of it. So I don't really have anything to gauge that on, whether or not that's a fair price.
Cement went up a lot.
Yeah.
Cement has went up a huge amount. So just go try to put in a cement driveway. And you better sit down before you give me the price. They bring in a truck. They pour these. They have an area that they are able to pour all these frames that are set out, so that there's those foundations. they're nice.
I guess with this whole pricing sheet, that's the only question that I really have, whether or not we need to consider making a change on that while we're at it, because we already have the new pricing sheet in front of us. And one fell swoop's a lot easier. So I guess, I don't know what we would base that on, and then of course the contract comes into the mix as well.
Contract-wise, we are safe at this immediate time. We would be safe for 12 more months.
Okay.
Well, without his statement, meaning John's statement, as a
Correct.
sexton on this foundation, why don't we just bump it to 60 cents an inch with inflation, and that
But
covers.
it's definitely went up, and we can do that right now.
And then let's make it, I agree, let's make it
Let's
60
60
cents
cents.
and move on.
Yeah.
I'll second that, I agree with that, 60
Um,
cents.
The only, and I know this is a pain, the only other question I have is because we're doing this as a standalone price sheet that goes along with the ordinance. I know the last time we updated them, we actually updated them one by one, which is painful. But I just want to make sure if we do it as one fell swoop that we're good. So I don't know if you want to weigh in, try and.
To update this? Yeah, you can update it as much as you need to.
Like just one fell swoop,
One
we don't need to
swoop's
go
fine.
line by line?
Then
Okay,
his
I just wanted to make
document,
sure.
and the document's actually dated in lower corner to say 3 of
Yep.
2026, Calhoun Township would adopt this by resolution.
Right, unlike an ordinance.
Not
like
ordinance.
Yeah, unlike
It's a
Lori's
resolution.
example, this would be more like a fee schedule, so you could actually change it at like every meeting if you
Okay,
wanted to.
all right, I just wanted to make sure.
Yep.
Okay,
You
roll
go up
call.
10 cents. You got an idea how much that's gonna cost total?
It depends on how big the monument is.
It's all
They come
based
in
on
all different
the monument.
sizes, so
Yeah,
it's
that may
it's
be
hard to
sizes.
say. Usually what I see come through is, about $150 for a foundation, maybe a little bit more for a larger monument. So I don't know if that helps, but that's what I can give you to gauge.
Yeah, it's rough estimate.
Okay, as adjusted, you seconded the motion to 66, or 60 cents. Okay, roll call. Whalen.
Yes.
Campbell. Yes. Shano.
Yes.
Walby.
Yes.
Eddie, yes. Okay, lawn care RFP.
It's a little smaller.
Easier to digest.
Yeah, mine
Oh, you put it on my desk. I was thinking it would be in my mailbox. It's all good. Put it in your bag.
You were more convenient than I anticipated.
Let's work with it.
Next time I'll just put it under your windshield wiper.
So actually,
It's awesome.
a lot of the foundations are 12 by 24. So it would be 160, 72.
So is this RFP just gonna, this isn't being posted completely, it's just gonna be linked in the county journal? Is that correct?
The journal, the website, and I was gonna see about, Lee County has one that goes out statewide. If we could put it on there since we're part of Bay County.
But we're gonna just let them know, like, they can come and look at the RFP at the mall.
Yeah, they'll have access to that one you have in your hand,
Okay.
not this one. Sorry.
We didn't have to do that.
I like the reading of this one though, it's
Yeah, it was
nice and
easier.
simple. Can you see this?
It looks like my iPhone.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the lawn RFP for 2026.
Do you want to modify that to have the price for posting the notice in the County Journal, because that would actually be a monetary thing. It's usually just a little box that says when it's open, where they can get it, and when they're due, when the bids would be open, that kind of thing.
I'll make a motion for the posting costs. Do we want to post it somewhere else besides the Finn County Journal?
Well, I was,
Should be, I mean,
I thought on our website and on the Facebook page, but I thought we could send it out, I could call the county and see if they can put it on their list too, and then we can send them
And then-
the right one.
But I mean cost-wise.
I don't think it's anything for Bay County. It's that you can go on and search their, you know, open RFPs for anything, for like if they need a
I
roof
just-
documents.
I didn't know if there was any other.
I'm not that I'm aware of.
Okay, the motion is for posting and the authorization of the one RFP for 2026 Calhoun Township.
A second.
Roll call. Whalen?
Yes.
Campbell?
Yes.
Walden?
Yes.
DeShano?
Yes.
Eddie, yes. Bay County Road Commission, estimates for the roads. I expect this one to have confused everybody. If you're not confused, I didn't give you enough documents. We went forth at the last meeting talking about getting all those roads to bids. And evidently we got a sign on what we're getting bids for. These are just estimates for the road commission to put out for bid. Last year, many of them that we did came in lower than what the road commission had done. I also included in everybody's mailboxes surveys for the cost of Parish Brook, but that will be separate because of it being a special assessment district. But you'll see those estimates for the survey and the deeds to the road commission for Parish Brook. There's quite a variable there. But just so that we don't have to decide anything on Parish Brook, I just wanted to make sure that you guys had. The Parish Brook estimate was changed, however, because of the drainage that's needed for the cul-de-sacs. Jim Lilo made some drawings I sent to you guys, and I believe it's very accurate what we have now for the needs. So the thing that I think we need to do is look at the roads, Bowtell, River, Seidler, and Ernest. Just in my opinion, Seidler's the worst road we have in the entire township, between 8 and 7 mile. River Road. Yes, yep. And then, River Road's bad and Bowtell's bad. Bowtell, you can drive down Bowtell, west of, M13, and it'll feel like you're driving off a cliff in a couple of places. I know many of you, Kim and the Beach, would like to see Bowtell to the bay, but we got to get the construction done out there. Hopefully in the next year or two, we'll be focused on you guys, just so you're aware. If we cut one of these off, it'll be.
Yeah, but the other one's only 18,000, now we just go there.
Well, and then I sent you guys also a real scary one.
Yeah.
The 5th Street, which Dan Boudry owns, that I sent for estimate. The road commission immediately said that's not in our plat. We don't own it, it's owned privately. You can't pave a private road. Well, much like Charlie has stated, and even the road commission's Chad Deserka. For many years, Calhoun Township and the road commission has used this road, they've plowed this road. My belief is we've always maintained this, but they will claim they have not.
And there's 16 residents down that road.
Yeah.
16, that's more than
So-
going down Guy Street, the whole street.
So I was in the hospital, but I had Dan Boudry, who came into the office here, go to the road commission to speak with Jim Lilo, because he showed in deeds, and I think Charlie can vouch for this, that these were actually from the like 50s, 40s, 50s, where it showed the township actually had ownership.
It went back to
So-
Maple Street.
So when it comes down to it, this board wanted to get the estimate for that. Well, the estimate for Ernest Street is almost half of the cost of paying, or for 5th Street is almost half the cost of paving all of Linwood. It's $40-some thousand.
Is that the ultra-thin?
Actually, they went with 3-inch, which makes me concerned that ultra-thin's an inch and a half.
Yeah. that
So-
seems odd.
I got a feeling they did that because Metro goes down there with the bigger buses on occasion. And I got a feeling that may be part of why they might have went with, and the dump trucks. The garbage trucks go down there, the dumpsters.
There's a culvert also that Dan Boudry would have to drop down, I think upwards of a foot, before any paving would happen. But Jim Lelo says he needs a deed to the road commission to do this from Dan Boudry. Now, we still have to get those two merged together to get this done, so I want everybody to realize if we drop one of these roads off, we would probably have the funding if we stuck close to last year's budget. Last year's budget was 280, that we worked with, and we got a lot done. But these are the worst of the worst roads in the township. And then the Ernest Street and Fifth Street, those are the residents up there that got left out. So I think that's why we feel for, those people.
When we talked about this, we talked about a 3 to 5 year plan. So,
The 3 to 5 year plan had, I think, 9 or 10 roads.
yeah, that's obviously a pretty big jump here, and we don't have a guarantee they're gonna come in less.
No,
That's a big jump, and even though we do have some money coming in for roads, I don't have the exact figure in front of me right now, but, this would take a lot of additional capital outside of what we actually have coming in for roads. So, I know that they want us to move on this, but I also think we need to look at the budget and make sure that we know where this is gonna come from and how much of it we actually have in the roads budget from taxes as compared to how much of this we're gonna have to take out of capital funds. I think it needs a little bit more consideration with all of the stuff in front of us, which unfortunately we don't have at this moment.
on that end, I was supposed to have this to them at the 2nd of March, an answer for bids.
The Fifth Street seems like it's got a little bit more homework
It
to
does.
be done too.
It does.
So that one's not on this list over there?
No,
Okay.
no, that's why I felt like if we were to erase one of these roads off of this, we'd be in the consistent budget of the last 10 years. I have a binder this tall of the past budgets, and I think that if we were in that.
I think we'd have to look at how many homes are being served, whether it's River or Seidler.
Well, I thought that Seidler's pretty steep,
Seidler's
but,
crazy bad.
so it would probably have to be Bowtella River.
I agree.
And without actually going out and looking, I think they're both rated the same,
They
so.
are. All of these are the same. Besides,
Bowtella's probably less, I would anticipate that Bowtella's less populated than River, though River has quite a few homes on it.
both of them.
Bowtella's too.
But I love the thoughts of both roads, but I think that, in the 3-year plan, like you're saying, that is, one of these will be in next year's or the year after, once we get that going. We have no chip seal this year planned, so there's gonna be
Talking to the other side of the coin.
I know River's been
Chipped and sealed in the past. Is there a reason we can't repair a river with chip and seal versus asphalt?
That's
I
pretty
mean-
steep, yeah.
It's rough.
Well, it is rough. I'm just saying, is there a reason why chip and seal could not be,
But some
fixed, grade, chipped and sealed, you buy 5 to 10 more years? And Mark, you're
We
less
still gotta cut.
chip and seal.
To get into the budget of the past 10 years, we still have to cut one of these roads.
Yeah, but if you're telling me number 2, which is River, is 134,574, and you
Which
can
is
chip and seal it for, well, we did all the roads here at the park.
That's what I mean, this isn't chip and seal, but
I
they're
understand
not doing
this.
them yet.
I understand that. I'm saying,
Whatever one
would we
take off the list,
contemplate
we can
chip
put
and
on the
sealing
chip and
River
seal.
Road
Yeah.
to be able to bring our numbers into check?
Would
That's
that
the
just
concern.
one thing bring our numbers into check? Because I think we'd still be in the, I think last year,
Well, 130, that put us at about 268.
It would,
to
but,
take that off.
If we took river off.
I mean, we don't have the price roughly for 1 mile of chip and seal, what they had last year, even to give us an idea at this moment.
Hey,
How much that would be. I get what you're saying, and I mean, rivers, well, it's like a river, right? It's pretty square
River, you can
road.
tell they drive right down the center of it, because it's a 2-track right down the middle of the road.
So is there more of a safety concern there because of that
Well,
versus
but they
Bontello,
come
which is a
in, they
straight shot?
grade the road down. They tar it, they gravel it, I mean,
I'm just saying, if we were to leave one, is the fact that river is so curvy more dangerous to take off the list versus one that's a straight shot where at least you can see who's coming and going? And that would,
no, we're not talking that part. The river we're talking about is a straight shot toward the bay.
no, it's just knocking out
No, this is
M13, no, this is the
Mackinac.
curvy
Knocking
one.
out of 13.
Yeah, it's the curvy one. I'm just saying, if people are driving down the center and it's curvy, then they're more likely to run into somebody around a curve, and we don't want to create that damage.
The curves I don't think are bad as far as.
Everybody slows down for the
Yeah,
curves.
they do.
Yeah,
Do we have a chip and seal budget coming up too?
well, roads are all under one technically.
But we
Regardless
will
of
be
the
chip and
finish.
sealing this year, correct?
I don't think we have anything in chip and seal in it.
Maybe we could put one of them under that and cut it, but at least do something to alleviate it.
I think cut number 2, and
This is the first one that the road commission asks for because they get all the bidders together.
Copy.
How much does it averagely cost to chip and seal a road versus repave it? What's the difference in the price?
I want to say it's half,
So we'd be looking at roughly,
but that's just,
you're looking at $67,000.
So that'd still put us at about
I want to say that that's a
320-ish.
double coat.
Yeah, you're looking at 320.
Because they do it in 2 phases.
We were 280 something last year.
it was 2.
We did
2 years in a row, right?
Yeah.
So we'd be about 320.
Chip and seal?
Get a chip and seal, and it won't be another.
Well, the cost have gone up with the diesel.
Because you're 263,909, if you take river out and you add
My
that.
opinion is to take river out.
Yeah.
All right, and
I'd make
let's
the motion
make
to
them the first when it comes to chip and seal.
Okay.
Maybe,
I would agree with that.
yeah.
And if
I'll
we-
second that motion to remove river.
Since it's talking about money, that probably won't happen.
Who was the
Yep,
first
roll
one?
call.
I think
Yeah.
there's one down there, right, the first and second.
Who was the first
Roll
one?
call.
Who was the first one?
I
Wally?
saw
I made it.
Yeah.
Oh, you made it?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Okay, roll call. Campbell.
yes.
Walden.
Yes.
Eddie, yes. DeShano.
Yes.
Whalen.
Yes.
Okay, MAC assessing contract renewal. Dave told me there's not a lot that changed on this, and it appears it didn't even have to adjust our budget for what I think we budgeted $49,000 for his contract, and he's in there at 48.
I would like to just make a comment on this.
Okay.
State guidelines are that 20% of our properties are assessed annually. And I did have a conversation with him about that, and some of the other things that we have found indicate that that probably has not been happening, including finding a house that was rated as a 3-story house that was a single story and has been rated as a 3-story house for about 13 years. So I don't see anything in this contract that actually underscores the fact that 20% of our property should be assessed each year. As a target. I mean, that's the state target. So what actually happens when they don't keep up with this 20% each year is that as assessors, they have got to get our assessed value into a very small window as compared to the state's figures. And when they're not being assessed, there's a wiggle that happens so that they can get into that window. And unfortunately, it hurts people both ways when that happens. So I would like to have some kind of a push that those 20% of our properties are being assessed annually as part of this contract.
I think we could say item 9. Yeah. Item 9, objective is to review minimum 20% of the real estate.
Yeah, I know I talked to Jennifer DeLorge at Equalization about this, when we hired Dave, and she said that they mandatory keep track of that at the county. So there must be some kind of data at the county where we can see how much he did last year and keep him up to par on what he needs to get done. But there's an amount that the county has to make sure that our assessors do that. And talking with, I think it's Keenan there, it was Keenan who was the head of equalization. He told me that that is his job to make sure that our assessors do that stuff. And if our assessors don't, they do. So they are required, I thought he told me, they're required to go through the township every 4 years entirely.
Well, that means 20% would be
Yeah.
5 years, and that's from speaking with other assessors. That's some of the information that I received. I guess my point is that this is our contract with him. And if that's what we're requiring, then it should be in our contract with him, regardless of what's going on with equalization or anybody else. We should say, as the governing body, as your employer, this is what we require that you
This
do
is what we anticipate you
Yes.
minimum state.
Right, and
Yeah. And I
That's
think
just-
we need it in black and white.
that's
to
just
make sure
adding
it's
another line
happening.
item to
So
his contract.
I
9.
think it needs to be number 10 actually, because
Yeah.
this is the township on the bottom. I think it needs to be number 10 above, on page 2.
Well, it can go either place. It can either go under, it can either go 10 or dues, no, it would be under his
Yeah, it's under his duties.
duties of the assessor, it would be line item number 10, correct?
Mine says duties of the assessor is 3.
Right, but under
Oh, I
duties
see,
of the
the
assessor,
assessor line
line
item?
item number 10.
Yes, 10, yep, section 3, number 10.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense to add it there.
Or you could put there and 3, just a minimum
Yeah,
of
yeah.
25% of the real estate, or 20%.
As long as it gets in the contract, I don't think it matters a ton where it's at. I think it makes sense to put it in the duties of the assessor, just to be easier to
Clear.
read. Yeah.
So complete updated assessments of a minimum of 20% of the township properties annually.
Yep, that sounds good. I think
Minimum
you could-
review.
Yep, approve the contract with the amendment as stated there. I think that makes sense.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the contract as amended to 20% of township properties for the assessor.
I'm gonna actually say new assessments, just so it's not, I mean, because technically, that's technically for these assessments, right? So complete new assessments of 20% of the township
Yes.
properties.
Okay. Make a motion for what she said.
Second.
Okay, Whalen,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Shano,
Yes,
Eddie, yes, Walter.
Yes.
Lynwood Beach Drainage Project update. Well, you all got a little bit of Timmy Beeson. Now I think we'll hand it to Mark Norton, who worked with Treasurer Shano on some stuff today.
Yep.
And I think we're moving forward.
Yep, so today I came in and Lori and I, well, Lori basically, I was just there as moral support. but
you were good for us.
She went through the process on the E-grams to get the township registered to be able to receive this money, and everything seemed to be going well. It was, when I left, she was just waiting for an activation to occur. I don't know if that ever happened.
I didn't.
Not yet today. Okay.
So
So once that happens, we should be good to go.
Excellent. And then once we do get this, you'll be putting the stuff out for bids.
Well, like I said, the original part was about 75% plans and everything to get basically the costs and everything. So what we still have to do, we're probably farther along than 75% where we just have to final everything out. Then we've got to get easements because that right of way is so narrow. Because we were going to put it just outside of the roadway on the east side of the road. I think that's where there's less structures. Or if there are, there's still quite a few, but there's, yeah, west side, I'm sorry.
West side,
Yeah, it's got it confused. Yeah, the base on the east, it's on the opposite side, it's the west.
We got it.
Yeah.
You scared me.
So yeah, no, it's because I know there's a lot of structures right up to the road on the east side.
Yes.
And so we're going to put it on the west, and we just got to get those easements because the right of way is so small, but I would hope that that process would go quickly because I know all the residents want this project to happen.
Yeah.
And there's already some utilities out there, and you know, I think with easements already, I would assume, and we just move forward with that, and then we'd get it out for bids and then get it built.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I mean, the first thing is once you guys get that money in hand, you know, unless you want us to get moving forward right now, we can, in anticipation of that.
I would say that we're
Since
easier to move
we
forward.
gotta get easements, you might as,
Yeah, because all those costs are still in that
that's all.
1.9. We already included all that.
1935,
No, that
whatever.
was
And when I talked with Nick, that's what he said too. You gotta get it
Everything's in
going.
there, so
You know,
the
at
sooner we
first,
start, the sooner we can get it
at
going.
first there was much confusion because Timmy thought you guys were
Right.
fiduciary.
Yeah, no.
And that wasn't how it was until Nick's like, we're not.
Yeah, the
fiduciary, we've
government's
never
not
been
gonna
a
send us $2
fiduciary."
million.
But it was just confusion, you
Yeah.
know, and it's nobody's dealt with a project like this here.
Right,
You know, that's
Yep.
it's on the board right now, so.
yeah.
Are you okay if I open up any of the residents to questions?
That's fine, yeah.
Okay.
So is there a timeline for when the bids might go out?
We can put one together, I guess if they want us to start moving forward, we can do that, yeah.
So is it like weeks or months or?
I would say probably a couple months maybe. And then, you know, I don't know, we would probably,
Because all those driveways gotta get fixed before. it
Correct.
comes,
yeah.
So,
So let me, because I didn't do the design, let me have Nick do that, look at the schedule and see where we're at. You know, the biggest thing will be as quick as we can get the easements, because we can't
Yeah.
get started till we have all those.
So how soon can you begin on the easements?
Probably next week.
will that require you guys to go up there and just survey everybody's property?
No, we already have survey stuff done. It's just a matter of saying, okay, it's however wide the easement needs to be.
Okay.
You know, we can write up the descriptions, and then I know there's the county for water and sewer has a standard easement language. I don't know if the drain commissioner has one. It's something that you guys would want to make sure you would approve for the easement language. You know, if you want Trent to review it or not, but a lot of times legal would review it. And then you can basically have a boilerplate, throw it in, the description in there and say what it is and put the people's names and addresses, signing, and they just have to sign them and notarize them over to the township to be able to get in there and work on them and to be able to maintain them in the future.
Any more questions from the
Yeah, so
residents?
what are next steps after that, and when do you see the project getting done?
We'll put together a schedule, and we can probably have something for next month's meeting, I would think.
So this will be a standing agenda item for each month until it's completed.
I would say that we can probably get updates on by
Sure.
Spicer through the whole project.
We have the communication.
Yeah, just to keep it
And since we have meetings twice a month,
Or twice a month?
you know,
Okay.
not that it's a bill for the second, but it should still give the opportunity for you guys to be able to say, hey, this is working, or we have a problem. We don't wanna find out we
No
have a
problem.
We don't wanna find out
Right.
we have a problem.
No,
We
we
want
don't wanna
something
do
that's
that.
been resolved quickly.
Yeah, because I was even thinking, I don't know if there's someone on the board or in the office that's a notary, I would assume.
Not present.
Not present.
I keep looking at the email.
I actually am one, so for this exact reason. So one of the things I was thinking is you could have just put out a letter to everyone and say, come on, we can look at plans and we can sign easements, ask questions, do what you want. And hopefully that would get a lot of them done at one quick time, yeah.
Do you have an idea of how many feet, 2 feet?
No, it's probably gonna be 15, I would guess. I'd have to look at the plans. I mean, I don't have them. They might change on different parcels.
I think they do.
And I can look at them on my phone quickly, but.
Wherever your
We can
concrete is
figure
the
it out.
best looking, it's going through there.
And the project would pay for replacing driveways. So, driveways would get ripped out, but the project would pay to replace them.
There'll be 2 lanes all the way through there, you're taking 15 feet on the west side.
Well, it depends on what property.
No, it's gonna look the same as it does today. The road's not gonna get any wider.
Just the drain.
Just the
field.
drain
Make
pipe
sure
will go,
the
yeah, we're not
plugs
widening the road, so you're not gonna lose any usable property that you have
That's what I was
currently.
thinking,
No,
wow.
You would still have all your rights to the property, it's just a matter of allowing that pipe to be there, them to get on your property to construct it, and then maintain it in the future. And then like if you've got I think there's some fairly new concrete driveways in there, would have to be cut out, but they would get replaced back with concrete.
Does the plan show where the pump station is going to be?
I think they have an idea of where, or, you know, pretty much, but I haven't looked at it in a
I think it's
long time.
across the road from Marty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Between us or Brendel and there.
I'm sure they probably.
We want him to review it.
There's a playground there.
But this is all concrete, just so you guys know, it has to be, it can't be plastic because of buoyancy. You know, you guys are
Right.
way back there, so that's
Yeah.
why this project got so elevated from a $750,000 project to a $1.94 million project. Just so that stuff don't flow.
You said the road or the replacement's gonna be concrete?
No,
The pipe will-
The
pipe.
pipe, okay.
The pipe.
Okay, I guess, I don't know if this is time or place, but I have a question. I live at the end of South Lynwood Beach, where the road sort of opens up and turns around, which
South end.
every heavy vehicle in the country comes down, and caves in that concrete, or caves in. Is that gonna be
Well,
repaired?
a few
or-
of us
Three of
go
us,
there.
there's 3 houses that, it's.
I'm sure Spicer's got it all figured out.
Okay.
No,
Well,
seriously,
Well, I
is
mean,
that in the plan
is
at
that-
all,
I mean,
if it's
that's
gonna be
what-
repaired?
Well,
Because it's
anything that
bad.
gets damaged is going to get repaired, but.
But
Yeah, I don't know if we're cutting up the
Same
road.
thing,
But it's that
I
pipe
know
going all
exactly
the
what
way
you're
down.
talking at the very
The drain
end,
pipe.
Yeah.
cul-de-sac.
It gets,
It
it's
turned into a
crushed down.
cul-de-sac.
If it's
yeah.
not-
I know, it's
been hit 3 times.
Yeah.
I
It's
remember
over, it's over.
at the end of the road.
I do believe that, you know, it's in the township board's intentions, once this is all done, to be able to make sure that your road is in the best shape possible. I know Kevin Shark at the road commission, he's talked about the same thing. Let's wait till this is all done and any damages that are there, because Bowtel is a county road from 13 to your South Lynwood Beach, and we have to get them to do that road. We can't just say, hey, do it.
Right.
So it's our goal to see all that heavy equipment, any earthworks that happen to be done to that road in the next year, and then maybe the board can approve next year to pave your road, and then maybe I'll get the road commission to pave Bowtel, and then you guys have beautiful transportation. Because right now, Bowtel, to you guys, it sucks.
Mhm.
It sucks. I
Well,
feel bad for it.
I guess I want to make sure we're on the same page here. The road goes Bowtel, or South Lynwood Beach goes down, and then where it's all grass and driveways, at the end, there's 3, this has been replaced with asphalt years ago.
Mhm.
Well, all that is caved down, and that all fills with water. I gotta walk 2 neighbors down to get in
We're
and out
gonna
of that
try
road.
to get rid of all your water.
All right, well, my garage has been hit 3 times, my garage door's been hit
So
twice,
Mark,
I mean, my
At the
gutters,
end where he's speaking,
Yeah.
there's a basin.
I'm gonna look at it in a minute. I just wanted to answer the first question. The pump station right now is planned to be between Stazak and Grindel. I don't have addresses on here right now, but yeah, I figured you guys probably would. So between those, it's gonna be on the west side. And then you're talking the south